alive.
We're still alive. Here we are, folks.
And we're not sick.
No, we're not.
Well, maybe mentally, but what can we say?
Speak for yourself there, Captain
Okay,
Rickster.
I will. I'm mentally sick. Oh, well, what else is new, right?
I'm not. Well, today we're very excited to be here today because it's the day after the Mandalorian Season 2 opener happened.
Oh,
so
yes.
we got a lot to discuss today.
Yes, we do.
So, but while we're waiting for everybody to show up, I'm going to let Captain Rickster talk amongst you for a minute while I let everybody on social media know we're alive right now.
That's good.
Okay. Go ahead, Captain Rickster.
Also, the new Discovery that came out on Thursday is really good, too.
It is.
If you
People
haven't seen
of Earth.
it yet, it's called People of Earth.
Right.
So it's actually really nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that today, too. So
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the new Mandalorian that came out yesterday, which is
The
awesome.
Marshal.
The Marshal.
Yes!
Awesome. Oh, yes.
All right.
And we got some new stuff, too, that we picked up on the way.
Yeah, we're going to share a lot of stuff with you guys
this
today.
whole week.
Yep.
It's been an exciting week. We've had a lot of fun this week. You know, of course, we can't go to Disney like we'd like to go. But anyway, that's going to be opening up soon, I hope.
Yep.
According to the government, Newsom. We'll see what he does, that governor. Otherwise, we need...
What's his name?
Who knows?
Governor Newsom. Newsom is the name, but I call him Governor Newsom.
Yeah,
because he's a loser.
Definitely true, a loser. He's carrying this pandemic on like it's nothing. Of course, we may have spiked a little bit, but geez.
It's not that he's not saying it's nothing. He's carrying it on like it is too much of something.
Yeah, it is too much of something.
Right. Well,
I
we
mean,
know that.
at least we got the mall back open, which is even nice. Of course, it's limited capacity, which is great. I mean, if you want to go get something at the mall and you think you want to miss it, they have it already there on sale or special or whatever, and you might get your choice of whatever you want.
Right.
So that's a good thing. At least it's 25%. During the weekdays, it's kind of empty and bare, but weekends is usually the busiest days of the week. So,
right,
for everybody to get out, because most people are working doing their 9 to 5 jobs doing Monday through Friday, like we do our 9 to 5 jobs on Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We get the weekend off, yay! Which is actually good for both of us. We can out and go and do things on Saturday. We can do things where we can get stuff that you guys haven't seen yet, hopefully.
Right.
That's out there. We also get to see the two new TV shows that come out on Thursday and Friday, which is awesome. But it's actually, great. So we get the weekend off. So that also means on Saturdays, if we have to, we can go to Disneyland once they finally open up.
Yep.
He's got a lot more new stuff than I picked up this week. But
no, he always says that. He acts like I always get more. I get more than him when that's not true. He gets more stuff. Hey, we have. Hey, Eric, hope all's with you, staying home and healthy. Yes, Derek. Hi, Derek. How you doing? Derek is a really great Ewok fan.
Oh, cool.
He dresses up as Mace Tawani during Halloween. Hey, Derek, are you dressed up as Mace Tawani today?
Yeah, I do. Send a picture so we can see you.
Yeah. He has sent it before. I've
never seen it.
I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah, show it to me.
You must not pay attention to my Facebook page very much.
I don't pay attention to any of my own Facebook page. I don't pay attention to.
Yeah. But we're real excited today to talk about all the stuff that's going on with the new Mandalorian Season 2. Mm-hmm. And he says yes, he's dressing up as Mace. Great. The Marshal, we're going to talk about that. So later in the show, there's going to be spoilers. We always give our rating first,
right?
So that you could pause it or come back later. But we got lots of stuff to talk about this week in the field of entertainment in general, because it's not just okay, he's going to send them tonight to us.
Great,
the
thank you.
So you'll get a chance to look at it.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
So we got that, and we have Star Trek Discovery Season 3.
Yep.
It had Episode 3 premiere on Thursday, and that's People of Earth.
That's right.
So they finally made it home with all the stuff that's been going on. And as you can see, we got the child joined us today. Yes. So say hello to everybody, child. He's using a force.
Yeah, yes he is.
So he's joined us today on today's show.
Well, this is not the dancing Yoda. This is the
dancing
Yoda.
Baby Yoda is behind us.
Yes.
And a dancing Baby Yoda will come out, and because we're YouTube partners now, anytime any of you guys give us some money in the chat, you're allowed to actually give us $1 or whatever you want to donate.
Yeah.
The dancing Baby Yoda, he dances for money.
That's right.
He's your private dancer for money.
No,
he won't do anything you want him to do, though. That's the difference. He's not like Tina Turner.
He's definitely not a stripper.
No, he's not. So he won't do everything you want him to do.
That's
But he'll dance for money, and he'll do the magic hand thing.
That's right.
Right, he'll do the magic hand thing.
Yes, that's right.
How did that come about, the private dancer thing?
I don't know.
I don't know where that came.
That's good.
What was I listening to 80s music or something like that?
So.
Anyway,
Don't forget now.
and when you I won't. And when you guys do that, and he dances for money, all the money goes right back into the show to help us give more gifts away during our live trivia contest and everything like that. So also we have to, of course, bring up our sponsors.
Right.
All for Sci-Fi is sponsored by Order 66 Toys. Yes. Order 66 Toys is Star Wars' largest Star Wars only toy store. It's outside of Dallas, Texas. And we love all of you guys there at Order 66 Toys. We visited their store many times. Josh, Bobby, Tim, Heather, Mikey T, all you guys, Gingy, who's there and not there. And of course, our Papa, the godfather of everybody, Jeff, who also owns the Expanded Universe store, which just opened in Plano, Texas, and that's for the high-end collectibles.
Right, best car.
The best car. We calls it the best car store because it's the higher-end stuff.
Higher-end stuff, yeah.
And he just opened that, and we helped him with that. So thank you very much. Order 66 Toys. Make sure you go on Facebook and follow them, and also follow them here on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel, which they're going to be using a lot recently. But thank you, Order 66 Toys, for helping us with all the gifts that we help give away. Also,
hopefully, and we pray that this COVID goes down and stuff by next year, that we might be there in February.
February next year? That would be great.
We might be there, between the both of us.
And who else? What is our other sponsor?
Oh, it's
the Community of Star Wars Collectors.
Yes.
Mr. Steve Spoltor. Thank you, buddy. We love you there. And follow, go on Facebook and search Community of Star Wars Collectors, the CSWC. They are the largest Star Wars group on Facebook. That's how you know. It's over 36,000 members. Thank you guys for the sponsorship. What do you got to say about that, Baby Yoda?
And that's all over the world.
Yeah. He agrees. He agrees. Go and join. He's using the Force telling you to go and join the Community of Star Wars Collectors on Facebook. So listen to the...
Listen to Yoda.
It's been quite a week, hasn't it?
Oh, it has been, yes.
What's going on in entertainment news, like sci-fi news? Anything
I do know, and I feel really sad that Sean Connery had passed away yesterday.
Are you sure?
Yes, I saw.
Because I have not heard about this. Because on Facebook,
see it on CNN News.
I'm gonna look this up while we're live right now because I don't want to spread misinformation. He's saying he saw it on CNN.
Yeah,
if that's the case, it's probably true.
He passed away.
And that's very, very sad news that Sean Connery died.
At the age of 90. What a great guy that guy was.
Well, Sean Connery, man.
He's a great actor.
He is James Bond. He is everything.
He was definitely James Bond.
Yeah.
He also played the, what's that one? Extraordinary...
League of Extraordinary Men.
Gentlemen, yes. That's kind of a sci-fi movie, too. A little bit, because it did have sci-fi characters in it.
Yes.
But, yeah, it was like, wow.
And you are correct. Sean Connery has passed away.
Yes.
I should never doubt you, Captain Rickster.
Well, hey, it's on CNN. It's not a rumor.
Yeah, if it's on CNN, and on BBC News. I see BBC, which is he's British.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to say our prayers and say
to his family.
Thank you for all the entertainment you gave us all these years, Sean Connery. You'll be missed.
Very missed. Yes.
Yeah. What else happened in news this week? Oh, we also have an official date for Wonder Woman. It was pushed back to December 25th. Right. So now Wonder Woman's not coming out the first next week, like they said.
No, it's not.
It's going to be coming out on Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas this time.
And
even the Black Widow got pushed back to next year.
All the Marvel stuff has been pushed to next year.
So what was supposed to come out this year is pushed back to next year.
Yes.
Which is their phase 1, and phase 2 is going to be pushed to 2022. But all this has gone on.
Also, this week, what you're going to become collectibles. Yes. We missed out on Star Wars Celebration this year in Anaheim.
Anyway.
They had to cancel it because of COVID. but we still get all the. They still let us buy all the stuff for Star Wars Celebration.
Right. Yes, they
So I started because we were supposed to be at Star Wars Celebration this year. We got these pins.
Mm-hmm.
So these are collectible pins from Star Wars Celebration.
Yep.
You can see there is, the Mandalorian, Cara Dune, and IG 88.
Yep.
That's one. This is from Star Wars Celebration, the collectible pins, and this one is from the last Star Wars, C-3PO and BB. Is that BB-8 and Zori Bliss?
I think so. I
Yeah.
can't see
So
it from here.
yeah. That's from the Rise of Skywalker.
Yep.
No, not the Last Rise, Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
So these are pins, and also, of course, the shirts came out. And here you go from Star Wars Celebration, which didn't happen, so I'm not going to wear these guys.
No.
Maybe we could give these away, too.
No,
But
I
here-
wouldn't.
Here's Star Wars Celebration. And you guys could probably see it really good. It's Cara Dune and with Mandalorian and BB-8. This is
Yep.
from what was canceled, but here are the shirts from Celebration.
Yep. Aren't they nice looking guys?
Isn't that wonderful? There you
It
go.
is
Rise
wonderful.
of Skywalker. There's Bobo Freak.
Yep.
Boba Freak with Zori Bliss
Uh-huh.
and the red-eyed C-3PO when he go blank blank. Droid go blank blank.
Yep.
I am Bobo Freak.
Yep.
I am Bobo Freak.
Yes, he is. He looks like
Droid is ready. Do I sound like him?
exactly like him.
I
Sure
am
you're not
Bobo
him?
Freak.
Sure you weren't the actor who played him?
No, I think I could do the voice probably.
Oh.
Bobo Freak is over there, by the way. Maybe later in the show I'll bring him out.
Yeah, really.
So yeah.
That's also new in the store too.
Yeah, the new Bobo Freak
Freak, yeah.
is out, and
Just
he has
came out.
all the voices that the things he said. That's why I'm doing it.
Yep.
Droid, go blank blank. That's what he says.
Mhm.
Captain Rickster, go to sleep blank blank. He goes to sleep on every episode because I'm so boring.
You never know. That might happen today. If it keeps me entertained, it probably won't.
I'm
be.
gonna try today. Maybe I'm in a good mood. So
We're all in a good
yeah.
mood today.
But why? Because of the Mandalorian
You got that right.
season 2, episode 1, The Marshal, episode 9.
We just watched
Chapter
it
9.
again. It was so good.
There's a Mando.
Mm-hmm.
There he is.
3/4 inch
Coolness.
figure.
3/4 inch figure.
Yep, that's cool.
Okay. And also, Heavy Infantry Mando.
Right. Just came out.
Is a Heavy Infantry Mando.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm excited about is this, guys.
Oh, yes.
We want to do this when we're bored during the holidays here.
Yep.
There he is,
There he
the
is.
child, the Star Wars Monopoly game.
Yep.
And our store had a few extra one of these, so when we do the live trivia, we might be giving one of these away. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Yes, it would be.
But today we got so much to talk about. Hey, Emmanuel Crystal. Yes, how are you? Emmanuel Crystal is watching us from Uganda, Africa right now.
Oh, how you doing out there?
Yes, it is a blessing that we're all here today.
Yes,
God
it
bless
is.
you, fellow brother in Christ, Emmanuel.
That's right.
Okay, so let's, what else happened this week, news-wise, before we get into the reviews?
The movie coming out. Can't do news though. Oh, I forgot.
Okay,
Minutes
yeah, we got plenty to talk about. Let's
sure.
start off the show talking about Star Trek Discovery,
Yes.
because I think most of the episode we're going to talk about the Mandalorian.
Right.
But let's do a quick review and recap of Discovery Season 3, Episode 3. It's called People of Earth. And the reason why it's called People of Earth is because Captain Rickster's a parrot and likes to repeat after me.
Yeah, it's true.
No, I'm just joking.
Probably
But
wants a cracker. Probably wants a cracker.
people of Earth, cracker, Polly.
Cracker.
Okay, so at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating of 0 to 5 stars, 5 being the best. If it's 3 or below, we don't recommend you stream it, or if it's in the theater. In this case, it's hey Virginia, welcome.
Virginia.
Hi, how are you?
doing?
In this case, on the Star Trek Discovery, it is streaming on CBS All Access.
Yes.
So the All for Sci-Fi official rating for Episode 3, People of Earth, is 4.75 stars.
Not bad.
I like this episode, guys.
It was good. Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Good.
think it was quite as good as the one right prior to it, but the episodes are great.
Yes.
They're really doing a great job this year on Discovery. Thank you, Virginia, for posting everything to let everybody know we're live.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate
you.
that, Virginia. And what do you think, baby? He agrees with me. He likes my 4.75.
He's using the Force again.
Oh, he is. Yeah? He's tired when he gets tired when he uses the Force.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so it's 4.75 stars. What do you think, Captain Rickster? What do you give it?
No, I agree. I'll give you the same one. 4.75. Yeah, I agree.
Stop it agreeing with me, Captain Rickster. Anyway, let's talk. Sometimes it feels that way, guys.
I know.
But let's talk about Discovery. So if you haven't seen episode 3, we're going to talk about spoilers. Sorry about that. Guys, in the old days, they didn't call them spoilers. They called them a review show. Mm-hmm. When, Siskel and Ebert used to talk about that stuff, they would talk about the show and what it was about. So in this episode, Michael Burnham, we start off the episode not with Michael Burnham. We start the episode with the Discovery.
Right.
The actual ship finally coming through the wormhole and traveling to the year 3100 and whatever it was, 108. Right. And so now they finally joined the same time frame that Michael Burnham is in. Mm-hmm. And when they land, they're in trouble, and they crash land onto this planet. And they have their ship is broken down, of course. Right. And they have to go out of the ship and get something fixed that's broken, so they could get. And they end up running into these mining community. Mm-hmm. And in this mining community, we're starting to feel the sense that there's people are longing for the Federation being gone, because after the burn, and if you haven't caught up with the episodes, the burn is an event that happened. It happened like over 100 years ago. And where all the dilithium crystals exploded suddenly at once. And it basically decimated the Federation and most of the universe, unless their ship wasn't running at the time. So they have to go out, and Commander Suru and Tilly end up going out on an away mission to go try to get this device fixed that they have. I forgot the name of it at the moment. So they go, and while they're doing it, they go into this bar in this mining area, and the person they run into really trusts them, but the brother doesn't, and they start talking about this evil guy that's raiding from them and stealing everything from them, and they're telling them that, if they could give them dilithium. Apparently dilithium crystals right now are in short supply because they all blew up. Right. So they're trying to... if they could give them some of their dilithium crystals, they'll fix it. So...
You know something?
What?
We're talking about episode 2, not episode 3.
No, we're talking about episode 3.
No, because...
This is the very last episode that just happened right now. No, we are talking about episode 2.
Wake up there, son. Because this is called People of Earth.
You're right. We're talking about episode 2.
Sorry about that.
Okay, episode 2 we didn't talk about.
No.
Let's talk about episode 2.
Talk about 2 anyway, yeah.
That's why. We're supposed to, last time we reviewed, I know, guys, I'm stupid. Yeah. Well, we're supposed to actually review 2 weeks. Yeah. Is why I'm confused. But thank you for pointing it out. For a change, I'm confused. So we're talking about Discovery episode 2 right now. We didn't give it an official rating or review. No. Let's go ahead and rate episode 2. I'm gonna give it 4.75 stars too, episode 2, since we didn't rate it last week. We're discussing.
I'm gonna give it 4.80. It's a little better. It's a little better.
You think it's better?
It's better when it was better.
I'm not gonna agree with him just to agree with him.
It's better than 1.
Well, we're talking between 2 and 3.
Well, it's well, okay. Let me redo 2 then. 2 would be 4.70.
2 would be 4.70. Okay. And I say 4.75. I'm giving 2 and 3 the same rating. They're both very good. And since we were talking about episode 2,
3 is a little better.
This last one.
Yeah, this last one's better than 2.
Okay. I don't agree with you on that. I think they're about the same. Okay.
We all have our opinions.
We all do. They're just like noses. I'm not going to say the other thing everybody says.
That's definitely true.
Because isn't it simple just to say we all have noses instead of we all have the other bad foul word?
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Because we all have noses, don't we?
Well, I don't know. Some people do.
Okay, guys, this is funny. So so basically, we're talking about episode 2. I give it 4.70. He gives it 7.5. He gives it 7.0.
Whoa!
Where the heck am I today, guys?
I think it's the heat.
I think I need to like transport into a different time. What do you think?
Yeah, cooler weather. Yeah.
You think so too? Oh, he's using the force to try to get me back into reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Uh-huh.
You're right, the child.
Maybe we should play Monopoly instead.
Yeah, right. Let's all play Monopoly right now, all right? Yeah, the baby Monopoly.
Yes.
By the way, it's really cool. The board has a thing that says, "This is the way." One of the stops is "This is the way" on the board.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. So, since we're talking about episode 2, let's finish it because we didn't do it because we're doing this show every 2 weeks now.
Right.
So they go there. That bad guy ends up showing up because that evil Asian lady.
Yeah.
Captain or admiral ends up coming there and saving them from the whole day. They right at the end of the episode, they end up trying to lift off, and these icicle creatures things are trying to get them to stop from lifting off. And another ship comes, and they think it's marauders or somebody that's bad that's going to hurt them. And they grab them in a tractor beam and they pull them out of the ice, and they find out it's Michael Burnham finding them and saving the day. So that's when they reunite at the end of the very episode of episode 2.
Right.
Now to episode 3, which we gave it a 4.7. I gave them both the same rating. I think they're equally the same. He thinks one's better than the other one.
That's right.
He likes episode 3 better than episode 2.
Right.
I think they're close in nature.
Well,
I think the first episode was the best one, though. To me, the first episode was the best so far this year.
Good.
Episode 1. But
episode 4.75 too, didn't it?
I think it got higher.
Or 4. Oh no, it got a 4.90.
Yeah, it got real close to a 5-star. Okay, so on episode 3, which is what we began to say we were going to talk about, and I realized we were supposed to do both of them anyway.
Right. Yeah. He didn't include me.
I didn't. Well, I did. I forgot that we were doing it every 2 weeks, so we're skipping.
And he forgot to tell me what he was going to do.
Yeah, and what we need to do though is instead of doing this for now until the Mandalorian ends, let's go ahead and do this weekly, guys.
All right,
We're gonna go back to the weekly thing while we have so much content. Otherwise, we're just gonna confuse ourselves to death all the time.
No kidding.
Because we got too much content right now. So, All for Sci-Fi is going to be on every Saturday at 2:30. Until December, until the end of the Mandalorian season. Okay, so that's an official announcement right now. We're making it live.
Right.
Okay, so episode 3, People of Earth, has them, of course, at the beginning of it, Michael Burnham is reuniting with the crew, and it explains what she went through. And apparently she was there for an entire year by herself.
Right, that's what she was saying.
And she had to go through hell. And she had this guy, Booker, who's her friend who rescued her the last time.
And helped her out.
And they become really good close friends. And they become couriers. And that's how they make their money now and where they're at in the universe.
Right.
So,
well, she was also trying to find out information about how the burn happened.
Correct.
Also.
She's trying to put the pieces together and why did all at once all the dilithium crystals. That's a hard word to pronounce.
I know.
Pronounce.
The sad part about it, though, 1 million people, over 1 million people passed away.
Yes.
During the burn.
Yes, that was very sad. It was.
Yes.
Well, I mean, all the Federation ships, all the ones that had warp signatures that were in warp blew up at the same time.
That's right. But it wasn't the only ones too. You got the Romulans and you got the other ones too. They also blew up also.
And you got other species and other planets and different quadrants that might have used the same technology. So, and it explained how the Federation for years tried to get it together. They tried to develop different warp technology, and none of that stuff worked.
Right.
Which is weird because the Discovery has the spore drives, so it could pop. It doesn't really have to use warp drive. Because they're using that spore technology. They could go from wherever they're at all the way across more than the universe, like way far in different galaxies, and suddenly they pop up in a different galaxy. 100,000 light years away. That spore technology that it's very advanced. They still don't have it in the future.
No.
So what they did was so now that after they did all the reuniting stuff, they decided that they're going to go to Earth, where Starfleet headquarters is, to find out what's going on.
Right.
So they end up going there. When they get to Earth, they think they're going to have this great moment with Starfleet, and suddenly the Earth defense system came up, and they told them to get away.
Right.
And otherwise, if they tried to come into the planet, and they're not the Federation anymore. It's the Earth Defense Force, or whatever the name was.
Force, yes.
And the people of Earth apparently have abandoned even being part of the Federation after what happened.
Right.
They decided to protect themselves. They united. What I find quite interesting, Captain Rickster, since we're dealing with global warming and all the issues on the planet, she talks about how after they united, they cleaned up the Earth's atmosphere and they saved the planet Earth.
Yeah.
Who knew?
From destruction.
From destruction, and now they just want to stay there with Earth and not explore, which is sad because that's what the Federation was all about.
Yeah, that's what Earth was all about. Was about exploring new worlds.
Well, that's what the Federation was about, not Earth. Earth now is about just being a part of Earth.
Yeah, well, now it is, yeah.
In this universe, and they're using a different timeline because they can, the Kelvin timeline. So anyway, they find they're being marauded by these creatures.
Right, but you're also going to remember too, though, they're like 900 years in the future.
Right.
Or their future because they're the past.
So like 1,000 years.
Yeah, 1,000 years. So it's different. And they call their ship a museum.
They have personal transporters.
Yeah, they do have personal transporters also, which is really good.
Yeah, so, now your transporter is on your body like a comm badge.
Yep.
It's on your body.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so it's like a comm badge where you can punch it and you could transport to wherever you want to transport to, which is wonderful.
Which is cool. But we couldn't make. Too bad they couldn't make one for us like that. We could transport anywhere we want to instead of using cars.
Right, and they find that during this time, they eventually find out by the time this episode ends, because Michael Burnham and Booker have to come up with a plan, because as they're discussing this with the commander of the Earth Defense Force, these marauders that have been plaguing Earth and trying to attack them all the time to steal their lithium crystals, what they have left. Well, they have a lot because Earth has an abundance of them.
Oh, yes.
That's where the technology comes from. So what they find out is that these people were really, they were from Titan, and they were really part of Earth.
Yeah.
And they were abandoned by Earth.
Yeah.
And they went to go get help from Earth because they were a colony, and they were still in the same solar system, and Earth already had the defense thing up, and they started firing upon them. So they killed the first ship that went there, so they were on their own. And all this is discovered once they capture their leader, and they're trying to do the Federation thing and make the people of Earth talk with the enemy that's attacking them, which is the way the Federation's about. It's about bringing people together and not fighting and having a different way of life and discovery and stuff like that. So in a unique way, even though Discovery is so different than Star Trek, is still upholding the same mission.
Right.
1,000 years in the future, in the year 3000. Who knew?
Who knew, yeah.
I think Gene Roddenberry would be proud of Discovery.
Oh, of course he would.
I think you guys are doing a great job so far. Keep up the good work. We at All for Sci-Fi love Discovery.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
But I want to talk about The Mandalorian. So let's talk about that.
Yep.
Mandalorian Season
2.
Season 2, Chapter
1.
9. Episode 1, but it's called Chapter 9, The Marshal. Where's my notes at?
I have no idea where you put them at.
I know so much about it, but I like to write notes before. Uh-oh, the music's going to play. I like to write notes so that we could have a discussion about it.
It was a very good...
You go ahead and talk while I find my notes.
Okay, you got to find his notes. But actually, it's a really good, great episode. We will rate it here in a minute because it's actually good.
Yes, I got my notes. Thank you, guys.
Yes, yeah.
Baby Yoda's still back there if anybody wants to make Baby Yoda dance.
Oh, yeah.
But let's go ahead and talk about the thing we're here to talk about today, and that is, how are you, child?
Tired. Leave me alone. I want to rest. There's no forcing you.
He just likes to do the same thing, this animatronic.
Yeah.
All right,
This is actually new too. This animatronics.
We're gonna go ahead and let you take a rest, but. Oh, you did something different. We're gonna let you go over here and take a rest.
Yes. He needs
All right, let's go ahead and talk about.
Don't drop him.
I'm not. Let's go ahead and talk about the Mandalorian. Baby Yoda needs some toys in the show. Yeah, he does need some toys, huh?
Yes, he does, but he's kind of tired right now.
Yeah. By the way, he likes frog.
Yes.
Chicken frog legs.
Yep. And he also likes
He doesn't
soup.
like chicken nuggets. Everybody keeps saying he likes chicken nuggets, and he doesn't.
Frog legs,
It's
he
frog legs, which taste like
Chicken.
No, it doesn't taste like chicken. He told me it tastes like more like something between pork and beef. He said.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And everybody's thinking it's chicken. It's not.
No, it's not. He also likes soup too.
Yes, he loves broth.
Mm-hmm. Beef broth.
Let's talk about chapter 9,
Right.
The Marshal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. Of course, 5 being the best. 3, we don't recommend you stream it.
Right.
She loves the Baby Yoda that moves. She's in love with the child. In fact, she hasn't watched this episode, The Marshal, yet. We're going to watch it tonight.
Yeah.
I've seen it 3 times already, so tonight will be the 4th time.
Twice.
So yeah, she loves it. But thanks for asking. And she loves all the little things. She doesn't like Babo Freak is freaking her out.
Yeah.
Hence the name Babo Freak. Yeah. Well, everything I have is hers anyway. She's my wife. So I'm not gonna buy a separate one.
She gets half.
Yeah. So so we did the rating system. Let's go ahead and give it an official rating. All for Sci-Fi official rating of Season 2, Chapter 9, The Marshal is 4.80 stars.
Yes.
I'm giving it 4.80. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I'll agree with you again on this one. It's been 2 weeks.
Tell him to stop agreeing with me.
I'm the parrot, you remember?
Oh, that's right. You're the parrot.
That's it. I want a cracker.
Right. And let's talk about why.
Oh, yes.
Let's talk about why. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
What an episode to start the 2nd season.
Yep.
Thank you, Jon Favreau. This episode is the first episode that was directed by Jon Favreau.
Yes, it was, yes.
Yeah. He asked us to spell something for him. I'll do that for you later, Emmanuel. Send me Emmanuel's asking me to spell something for him.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Shark Enthusiast gives it.
We got money.
The Shark Enthusiast is going to give it 4.5. Okay, great.
Good.
I give it 4.80. I think it's better than 4.5. By the way, that's a sign that somebody wants Baby Yoda to do the Baby Yoda dance.
That's right.
And Baby Yoda is now going to become your private dancer, a dancer for money. So hold on real quick.
Right in the middle of the Mandalorian. Here you come. Got him going
Do
now.
the magic hand dance, ooh, yeah. Do the magic hand dance, ooh, yeah. Do the magic hand dance, ooh, yeah. Do the magic hand dance, ooh, yeah. I do the moonwalk. Shh, shh, shh.
And he called Michael Jackson on this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Happy Halloween, ooh yeah. Do the magic hand dance, ooh yeah. Magic, magic. Do the magic hand dance, ooh yeah. Thank you, Virginia. I love you, Virginia. I love you. Yeah.
What the heck?
I know, huh?
He's been up there for a while. He hasn't done this in a while, guys.
He's getting a little old now. Arthritis is starting to throw in. You know, he's only 800 years old.
No, he's not. He's only 50.
That's what he says.
Yeah, he's only 50. Yoda was 800 or 900.
Yoda was 900.
900.
Before he went on to a better life.
Almost 900 years.
Yeah.
Thank you, Virginia.
Yes, thank you,
The
Virginia.
baby has been sitting up there waiting to dance all this time.
Yep.
And the baby says, she says the baby needs to give Captain Rickster a hug.
Oh, okay. I like hugs from the baby. Since I'm the uncle. Look at this thing. Oh, yeah. What? Uh-oh. Yeah, I thought you just ate. Jesus.
Oh, wait a minute, he's spilling milk all over him.
Oh, no.
He's spilling milk all over
Oh,
him.
no. Yeah.
Slobber.
You got that slobber all over me now. Oh, it smells like beef broth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yuck.
Oh. Oh.
Now it smells in here.
Now
Oh,
I gotta
that's
change my
disgusting.
shirt and take a shower again.
Yeah. Whew.
Woo!
Wow, that baby burped too.
No kidding.
Ah.
Oh, I think you at the other end.
Yeah, it's more from the frog legs. Virginia says.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it smelled like, frog legs.
Yeah. Ah, that wasn't pork either.
Yeah. So, let's talk about Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
What a great episode.
this is the first episode. I know Jon Favreau, I know you created The Mandalorian and you wrote most of the episodes, but Jon Favreau is a man that is humble. He's full of humility.
Mhm.
And even though he created it, he could have directed it last season. He gave Dave Filoni the shot to be a director.
Yeah, you did.
So Dave Filoni directed two of the most popular episodes last year. The pilot, the first
Right,
episode,
first episode.
was directed by Dave Filoni, and another one. And he gave other directors like Deborah Chow and I think Takeshi Watiti, whatever you say his name.
Yeah.
He directed the final one
Final one, yeah.
last year. He does the voice of IG
88.
no
Oh,
11
IG-11.
IG-11. So and we know him from all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be back. The same directors will be back this season to direct quite a few of them also. Hopefully.
I think they're all. I believe all the same directors are going to come back this year, but we
hope
don't
so.
know
We don't-
what
which
time frame.
seasons are-
Maybe not Deborah Chow because she's working on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And Virginia was talking about how did we notice the baby was about to cry when Mando took the ball from him.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was sad. I almost cried too. But
Oh,
yeah,
What do you mean almost? You did cry.
I always cry. I'm a big crybaby.
That's right.
But I'm sensitive.
Very.
And I'm an easy to get me going. So
Very
we know
easy.
that. I'm an easy target.
He's a big giant pushover.
I am. It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, this episode, John, was right on the money.
Oh yes.
And you could really see the influences that Star Wars gave you growing up, because there were so many Easter eggs in this movie.
Oh yes.
From the very beginning, when the Mandalorian's walking through the streets with the child, I mean, you look at the walls, the graffiti on the walls, you see C-3PO and stormtroopers, and I saw the yellow C-3PO. It was like, there's C-3PO. Oh, there's stormtroopers on the wall, because they're all part of legend at this point.
Yep.
For all the stuff that they did getting rid of the Empire. So, I don't know if I like the skinny Gamorrean guards. What do you think?
Yeah, they're a little skinnier than I would expect. I thought they'd be a little more heavier.
I could see, well, if they're going to be fighters, they
have to trim up a little bit.
Well, sumo wrestlers don't, though.
No, they just get bigger.
But they didn't want to get disgusting, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah, you do have to watch this episode more than once, like Virginia just said. You got to watch it several times, because each time you watch it, you discover another Easter egg, just like she's saying.
Didn't you say there's some constant, what do you call it? Remember we saw the background, those guys' camera lights and those.
When during parts of the Mandalorian, in his armor and his helmet, I could see the lights in the background. Like you see the light behind me right here on the poster. behind me to the right. My hand's almost on it. You see
Yeah.
the light there. In the Mando, it's so shiny you could see the light, and I could see the crew in part of the background in a couple shots.
Also, one shot
which is a
too,
bad continuity error, guys. Guys,
And-
got to watch that.
And one spot too, you can see where they're there at the spaceport. You can see a guy walking behind, and you saw the top of his hat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a few the Ewok movies I was involved with had tons of continuity
Oh,
errors.
yeah,
That lady should never work in show business again, the script supervisor. By the way,
Yeah,
in
really.
show business, the person responsible for continuity, like if you're wearing a jacket, they need to make sure you have the jacket, or if you have a tie on and you take it off, there's something called a script supervisor, and she makes notes on a script while they're filming and shooting the scenes.
Right.
She makes notes on the script what you're wearing, so that later if they go back and film the scene from a different angle, you're still wearing the hat or you're still wearing the tie.
Right.
Like in some of the shots in the Caravan of Courage, when Mace Tawani, the character I played, is in the Ewok hut, and one shot I'm wearing my vest, and then it cuts away to the Ewok, and then it cuts back to me. I'm not wearing my vest.
Nope.
Then it cuts back to the Ewok talking to me,
Then you're wearing your
or
vest
then I'm wearing the vest again. That's called continuity errors, and the script supervisor is responsible for that. They've been pretty good about it. The only episode last year was episode 2. I
Right.
noticed a lot of continuity errors.
We talked about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, last year.
Uh-huh.
I have not noticed as many this year. So except for again, what you
Right.
noticed with the
Right.
hat and what I noticed seeing in Mando's thing,
Yeah.
shiny armor. I could see the light in some of the crew members. I don't. The skinny Gamorrean guards. I could see why they did that, because it would kind of be gross if
Yeah.
they were big and fat and slobbery like
because
they were.
are big and flat slobber like they have been
And
before.
Jedi.
And Jedi, yeah.
Right. And maybe the species have had a hard time now since the Empire.
Yeah,
Or
that's-
Jabba the
that's-
Hutt's
They probably Tristan
went
Jabba the
under.
Hutt's out and gone.
Right. And basically, this whole episode, yes, there are. Good point. There's Mace's life monitor. Sometimes he's wearing it, then he's not.
Right.
But lots of mistakes like that. That's called continuity errors, and like we mentioned, the script supervisor is responsible for it. So basically, this episode now, and actually probably most of this season, the Mandalorian, Din Djarin. Din is now on a mission.
Right.
His creed is to help the child reunite with people of his kind or other Jedi to help the child. And so it starts off with him they didn't say the name of the planet, but
No,
he's
they
meeting with this one-eyed Cyclops character who was played by John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Can you believe he played that part?
Really?
When I saw that at the end, he was the guy that dressed up in a Tu Wong Fu, the kind of Hispanic actor who was also in, I think he was in Young Guns as well.
Yeah, he was.
He was in a lot of things, but John Leguizamo, I'm trying to pronounce his name right, was in it,
Yeah.
which is great. I would not have known. Great job.
Oh yeah.
And Timothy Oliphant plays the marshal
Right.
in it.
Well,
And
what about the guy who played the Wizard?
oh, we're gonna get there
Yeah, we'll
too.
get there.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the end. That's a
The
surprise.
actor.
You're giving it away before we talk about the episode.
Sorry.
But we're getting into spoilers now, guys. So
Yes.
be patient. So anyway, the Mando goes there to try to. He's heard that this guy has information about where where Din Djarin could find another Mandalorian.
Right.
And he finds out he has information, so he's going there to pay for this information. But this guy's a scumbag. He wants Din Djarin's Beskar armor, and he tries to make a bet with him about which Gamorrean guard's going to win.
Yeah.
And Din says, "I'm prepared to pay you for it. I don't want to do that by chance." And then the guy shoots the guy that he wants to lose, and he says he's going to take his armor from him. Period. And he better give him his armor, otherwise he's going to peel it from him.
Right.
And then, of course, Din Djarin, Mr. Mando, says that, you could give him the information and take the money, or you could die, basically.
Yeah, either way.
And he said, "I thought you didn't bet." So this fight ensues, and he quickly, and of course, he gets I forgot what they're called. they're called angels or birds or something, whatever.
Oh yeah.
He hits it, and the child knows what he's gonna do, so he closes up the eggshell like in the trailer.
Yeah.
And because he knows his dad's gonna fight,
Mm-hmm.
and he knocks a lot of them out. And then he continues to fight, and then the guy who caused all this ruckus squirts away like a little baby, running away
like a coward.
Like a coward, and of course, Mando finishes them all off in quick fashion.
As usual.
And he runs. The guy starts to run away, and then of course the Mandalorian runs after him, grabs him, ties him up to the light pole, and then starts to get information from him. And he finds out that the information is that the Mandalorian that he's seeking is on Tatooine.
Yep.
Wow. So he's going to go back to Tatooine already in the first episode. Wow.
Yeah, he said he's been there a lot of times and never saw one before. And the guy says, yes, he's on Tatooine.
And we think he is. And then when we get there, we get a pleasant surprise. And the actress from season 1, he lands in her docking bay.
Right.
And she's willing to help, and I love this character. I'm glad they brought her back. He needs her help, so he borrows her speedster. And I had that speedster, by the way. I bought that little speedster with the baby.
Yeah.
And now I know why it came out, because they were going to be riding it right away in the first episode.
Yep.
So she gives more Easter eggs. Before he leaves on the speed bike, the speedster, she brings out an R5D4 unit.
Oh, yeah. Good.
And the R5 unit shows a map of Tatooine before the war.
Yep.
And she's showing him where this town is. It's called Mos Pelgo. Did I say it? Mos Pelgo? Yeah, Mos Pelgo. Right, yeah. Because you got Mos Eisley and then another town in Mos Pelgo. And he's saying, I don't see it on the map. Well, it's there. It's an old mining town. So, hi, Mike.
Hey,
nice
Mike.
you join us.
Hey,
it's
Mike.
okay. We're still talking about the wonderful Mandalorian episode.
Right.
So she shows Din the map, and Din goes and gets on the speeder bike, and they take off, and he's going to Mos Pelgo. And when he gets there, he goes into the bar, and we see Weequay. Yep. The barkeep, another Easter egg.
Yep.
Oh my God, it was great. And so he's asking, is there a Mandalorian here? And Weequay says, what is a Mandalorian type of thing? And he looks like me, he has armor, and then Weequay says to him, you mean the Marshal?
Yeah, really, huh? The Marshal.
And the Mandalorian's like confused, the Marshal, and then he goes, well, here he is. And I almost passed out, because he's wearing Boba Fett's. I thought it was Boba Fett, because he's wearing his helmet, his armor, and everything. But what gave it away real quick was he took his helmet off, and we know you're not allowed to take your helmet off.
Right. That kind of shocked the Mandalorian too.
It did, and he knew right away that he wasn't a Mandalorian because he took his helmet off.
Yeah.
So he tells him, "How did you get that armor?" And he says he bought it off some Jawas. And of course you're not allowed to do that.
Nope.
So you're not allowed to take a Mandalorian's armor if you're not part of the Creed.
That's right.
And he tells him, "I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that back from you." And they're getting ready to fight.
All in front of the kid.
And the Timothy Oliphant's character says, "It did happen in the Aftermath books. You're right, Mike. Yeah. Oh, yes, off the Jawas. You're right, I remember." But, so, they're getting ready to fight, and then it starts rumbling like an earthquake. And then we find out that it's a crate dragon that's terrorizing this town. And they make instead of fighting, the Marshal says, if you help me kill this crate dragon, I'll just give you the armor back. So they make a pact to do that, and they head off to go find out more about this. They stop. One of the things I really liked about this episode is we really got to know the Sand People more.
Yeah.
We got to know the Sand People a lot more. We get to learn that they really kind of have their own language too.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mandalorian, speaks Tusken.
Yeah.
He speaks their language, which is great. It's kind of their language kind of reminds me of a dog bark.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, right. It's kind of, and then it kind of changes too when they're fighting.
Yep.
But it's nice to know that they're people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. They do sound like donkeys as well.
Yeah.
You're right.
They do.
It's kind of like a dog and a donkey and whatever. It's
Mixed.
But the Mandalorian knows their language because he's well versed in languages.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been around. Let's face it.
Yeah, he has been around.
Yeah. So they ended up saying they want to. The Krayt Dragon's been a nuisance to them too as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to help. But then they discovered that the Krayt Dragon's so big, they need all the town people too, because they can't.
Yeah.
The Tusken Raiders, and Mando and Marshall can't take care of all of it by themselves.
No,
so
can't.
now they got to go back and convince the town to help, and so the Marshal has a big problem on his hands. So they go back to try to convince the town. They end up convincing the town between the Marshal talking to him and Mandalorian talking to him, and the Mandalorian's telling him they're making a pact with you that they're never gonna, if you guys work together on this one thing, they're gonna leave your town alone. They're not gonna raid you for water or food or anything like that. They're not gonna kill your people, and you're not gonna kill them. So they work out this pact, and they go after the Krayt Dragon. And it doesn't look the same, but the Krayt Dragon, for a little bit, just a little bit, reminded me of the tree monster in Caravan of Courage. When Mace sticks his hand in the tree and the tree monster comes out, it kind of has that shape. But it's not the same thing. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but it makes you wonder if Jon Favreau didn't get some inspiration from the Ewok movies again. Or even A New Hope, because that first appearance of the tree monster was in not A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, when they were in the cavern and they realized they were in the belly of that worm monster. But things are always recycled.
Remember too, though, before we get too far into it, remember that they used they drew a map out of the dragon, and they showed.
Oh, that was the neat where they did it to scale but smaller, and then they dropped those little chocolate chips.
Yeah.
They have chocolate chips on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
All made by Nestle's.
Yes. So Nestle's is in the Star Wars universe. No, it's not.
No, it's not. But it was kind of funny to see those.
That cracked me.
Yeah,
He
is cracked at me.
I'm cracked in me today.
It's funny we saw that, because at first I didn't think of it until I saw it the second time. That's when I caught it the second time, that they're using chocolate chip.
Yeah, they're using chocolate chips. Who would have known?
Funny.
So,
anyway, back.
Well, one of the things I thought was kind of neat is when they went to when Mandalorian and the Marshal was over in the Tusken Raider camp, the first shot, they're brushing the teeth of the Banthas.
Oh yeah. That was, I didn't know.
So the Banthas have teeth.
Yeah.
And nice teeth as well.
Oh yeah, nice and clean teeth.
Yeah, because the Tusken Raiders take care of their Banthas and they brush their teeth. So, yeah, I would love their Banthas too. Yeah.
Only problem is we can't bring one home.
No, they're too big. You wouldn't fit them in your house.
That's
And
true.
also, they're animals. The Tusken Raiders animals. They look like They're funny looking dogs that look like dogs and lizards.
Which is actually pretty interesting.
It is, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wonder how they get a dog and a lizard together.
Yeah. And when the Din Djarin was petting it, it was going like this with its butt. It was
Oh,
all
yeah,
happy.
like
Oh yeah,
a
they
tail.
can fit me. Just like a dog would do.
Oh yeah, a dog without a tail.
Yeah.
That was cute. I like that one. They
Yeah.
did a good job on that one.
Yeah. We also we knew this, but it was brought up again about how the Sand People are basically like in Australia, like they have the Aborigines in Australia,
yeah.
or in America how we have Indians. that were the original people from here.
Right.
The Sand People and the Tusken Raiders are the original people of Tatooine.
Right.
And people forget that. They call them monsters. They call them Tusken Raiders, but they're not. They're the original people. So you guys are messing up. It's like what we did with the Indians or the Australians did with the Aborigines. It's so people forgot that, and I'm glad they brought it up again in this episode.
Right.
So, so they make the pact to work. Yeah, like good point. Mike De La Torre says they have a relationship with Banthas like the American Indians had a relationship with bison.
That's definitely true. Yes.
Good point. So they end up finally making a
The
pact.
only problem is that with the bison, the Indians do not brush their teeth.
Yeah.
They weren't brushing the bison's
Yeah, they were
teeth.
eating them and
They were
using them
eating
for
back in
coats.
the day and keep them for clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they only killed what they needed.
Or like
They
horses.
killed
Horses might be like wild horses.
Horses, you can brush
Wild
their
horses.
teeth. Yeah.
But like wild horses.
Yes.
Okay, so they finally go, and then when they go back into the town, the marshal and Din Djarin are able to convince the town that it's in their best interest because they're not going to be fighting with them anymore.
Right.
So
unless they break the peace themselves.
Right. Unless they break it, and the marshal's name is Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
Is his name. Hey, Dave. Hey, everybody. Dave
Hi,
Staggs
Dave.
is on. Hi, Dave. How are you? Everybody, let's talk. I want everybody to stop for 1 minute. And we have Mr. Dave Staggs that's watching right now. Dave Staggs is in the hospital right now. He has COVID-19, the coronavirus. I hope you don't mind me mentioning that, Dave, because I want to take a moment so we could pray for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you look out for our brother Dave, that you help him heal in a timely manner, that you help get rid of this sickness that's in him, and that you make him whole again, Father, so that he could, have a better life and that he recovers completely from this. Because we know, Father, that this virus is nasty and sometimes lasts longer and they have side effects. We ask that you take every side effect from him and that you heal him as fast as you can. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
Okay, let's get back to it. But welcome, Dave. And Dave is fighting a good fight. He's in the hospital right now. He's going to be fine, though, guys, so don't worry about him. Okay, and Dave, we have been praying for you also in our prayer group as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so back to the show. So they begin planning what they're going to do, and the Sand People say that the Krayt Dragon has a weak spot, and that's their belly. So they dig a hole and they plant all these explosives in there, and they're going to try to use people and the Sand People as bait to draw the Krayt Dragon out, so that they could then explode the device, all the bombs, and blow it up.
Right.
The problem with that is once they did that, it didn't work like they thought.
It pissed him off.
It just pissed him off. So he goes back underground, comes out the top of the mountain and starts picking them off. He has this like acid, very acidy type, ugly, disgusting looking vomit. Acid, he starts picking them off. So, of course, Dan and the Marshal fly up in their jetpacks, and that's the thing I love. And we're going to see a lot of this year. Is Din Djarin has a jetpack now.
That's right.
So he's learned how to. He's commanding it, and it's listening to him now. It knows him. So they fly up there by the dragon. And they start shooting him, and it's having no effect. So they fly back down, and then Din looks to the side and sees there's a bantha with some more explosives. So he says, "I have an idea." And then the Marshal says, "What?" He goes, "Just take care of the child and make sure he's safe. I'll tell you later." And he hits the jetpack, and so he flies away, and he gets the dragon. Oh, he gets the Marshal to get the attention of the dragon first. Right. So he gets him. Yeah, I know he does. So he gets his attention, and as he comes, the dragon swallows him whole and the bantha and everything together. And then we're all waiting, time's passing, what happened to him? And suddenly the dragon pops out through the air and then opens his mouth because Din Djarin fired his amphibian face pulsar rifle and shocks him, so he opens his mouth as he flies out, and then as he gets out of his mouth, because he still has the bantha, he sacrifices the bantha and he blows up the bombs and blows them up. Yay! Din did it. We know he could kill people, but dang.
Right. He can also kill a big giant dragon.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody's ever done D&D, Adventures of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, Dungeons and Dragons.
It reminds me of the Black Dragon, because he threw out acid too.
Okay.
In the books and also the game. Well, not in real life, but you know, I mean, that's the character they did that. So that kind of that dragon kind of reminds me of that one there.
Right.
The Black Dragon lived in the swamp area, where this one lives in the desert.
Right.
So yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah. So that's it, and then basically, you know, it explodes and everything's safe and everybody's fine, and then you see them. Of course, the Sand People is going to they're going to be eating for years probably.
Oh yeah, that dragon.
And even the Mandalorian and the child get a big chunk of the dragon.
Yeah. They're gonna have steaks for weeks.
Yeah, they're gonna have steak for weeks, and Virginia says she'd like to see the child, Baby Yoda, have his own jetpack like the Mandalorian. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool, yeah.
That is a great idea, Virginia.
Yep.
That's a great idea. I would love to see the child on a jetpack. That'd be cool.
Oh,
I hope they do it. I hope that what you say happens. That'd be awesome.
Flying around with Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, they found the Kyber. Oh, that's right. They did. That's right. They did find the Kyber pearl inside the dragon.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So that's
So
another
pearl,
Easter egg.
So it's pearl or is that an egg?
No, it's
right.
a Kyber pearl.
Kyber pearl.
It's a thing from the Star Wars universe.
Right. And you told me it was a dragon's egg. I asked you what it was.
I know you asked me that, and I'm wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's something from. You're right. It is. And I thought it originally was just an egg as well, like he said. But you're right. It is a Kyber. It is from the Kyber. It is a Kyber pearl. Also, Virginia is asking about
It ain't gonna happen.
the comic book thing.
COVID's kind of killed it for right now.
Well, we need to get it going. So let's try to get something by the end of the year. You got to make us a promise, Captain Rickster. And by December, I want to see your show.
Problem is, if I make a promise can be broken, and that's why I don't make promises.
Was that why you don't want to make it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, until he promises, I'm not. But he needs to get it going.
I do, but right
He's
now,
been getting ready for it. I have to give him credit.
Right now, I can't get anybody to come on the show because of the COVID-19 thing. So I'm trying to be safe myself because if I get
he
sick,
wants to have people on his show. Well, it's we could do it virtually though. We could set something up.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know virtually anything.
No, that's not true. I'm going to help you with that. Good point. I was just about ready to tie. I lost you there for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, we're back live now.
Sorry about that. Was the armor the marshal was wearing? Oh, okay. So now let's talk about. It did remind me of Tremors, by the way.
Right, it did. Yes.
So yes, that was Boba.
Yes, we did.
So yeah, that was Boba Fett's armor, and we're still here, guys. Sorry about that. My phone is acting up.
He's had a few issues lately with his phone.
Yeah. So anyway, that's okay. So they killed the dragon.
Right.
And this is what happens, guys. They get on. So right at the end. Yeah, what's going on is my wife is calling me right now, guys. I want to officially apologize. I've told her not to call me when I'm doing a live show, but that doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
So she's calling me right now. Talk for a second, Captain Rickster. Don't talk about the show, but talk about something
I don't
else.
talk about the show.
Yeah.
But we had an exciting week, though. I mean, there's a lot of things we did, a lot of things we didn't do, but we're still hoping. We're supposed to find out news about the Disneyland reopening again.
We might.
Hopefully it open up soon so we can go back there and do our podcast right there at the Galaxy's Edge like we did this last year. And earlier this year too, before the COVID hit, unfortunately, and closed everything down. But yeah, we've been not buying up the town, but we bought some good stuff over the last couple of weeks, and which is pretty good on the Star Wars Black Series and stuff that had come out. Especially when they got the new game came out, the baby game.
Yeah.
Which was good. I mean, I opened it up and the board is awesome.
I know.
by the way.
I know. Yeah.
And the only problem is that you only got 4 characters. I wish we had more.
That's
but,
true.
You know, 4 is good. 4 people can play, which is actually really good.
Yeah, 4 people's good
Yeah.
enough. How many people do you want to play Monopoly with at the time?
Well, 4 is great. Right,
How many? Have you ever played with more than 4 people?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I played with 8 one time.
Okay.
That's a little more difficult to play with 8 because when you buy the property, when you get property,
Right.
when you buy it, it's hard to split in 8 different ways.
That's true. That's true.
4
But
is
one of the
easier.
things I liked a lot about this Monopoly game, and we're talking about the Monopoly game here,
Yep.
the baby Monopoly.
Mhm. Yes. Which is cool.
We're gonna play this,
Oh
and
yeah.
we're thinking about making this one of the giveaways on the live trivia show.
Right.
We're gonna try to get a couple extra ones, and we'll give them away to you guys.
Right.
But one of the things I saw was cool is one of the places, one of the properties, it says "This is the way"
Uh-huh.
on
yeah.
one of the properties.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing? That's so it's so Mandalorian. It's cool.
Oh yes.
So we'll try to do that. Give it away for you guys. Okay, so at where we were at on the show is they've now killed the crate dragon. The child and the Mandalorian get on the scooter now.
With their steak.
With their steak, their crate dragon steak.
Yep.
And they ride off into the sunset, and you actually get to see the sunset. You get to see that beautiful,
Oh yes.
the twin suns of Tatooine, and
Mhm.
and suddenly the frame changes.
Yep,
Did
it
you notice
does.
the frame?
Yeah.
It became like picturesque and it like a widescreen.
It was nice.
And
yeah.
it changed, and it was beautiful. Like if
Oh,
you have
yeah.
you could see it change and became more cinematic. And as they fly away, you see in the sunsets, I see amphibian pulse rifle, and I said to
Right.
myself, I know that's Boba Fett. Before he even turned around and I
Right.
saw who it was, I go, that's Boba Fett. And he turns around and you see Tamora Morrison,
Right.
who played Jango Fett,
Originally.
who is now playing Boba Fett. So the biggest Easter egg of all was right at the end. We got to see
Yep.
Boba Fett is alive. He survived the Sarlacc pit.
Yep.
His Beskar armor did, and now we got to find out why he doesn't have his armor. Because what I think is going to happen is, of course, Din Djarin is going to give the armor back to
him, yeah.
Boba Fett at one point.
He must have ate his way out of that mine.
Or he may give it back to him. He may give it back to him, and he may say, I took my helmet off so I can't put it back on again.
That's true. Yes.
Wouldn't that be cool if you did that? Instead of putting it back on, he says, no, I took it off, or I had to take it off so I can't put it back on again. Let's go ahead and melt it and use whatever it is, the Beskar, to help some what do they call them? Foundlings?
Foundlings, yeah.
Yeah, some other younger kids.
But the thing is, his is old style, not new style like what the Mandalorian has on now.
It's still Beskar.
Still best.
If you melt it,
it's just
it-
older.
You could change it.
Oh yeah. Change it, make it shape you want to.
Oh, okay, well, that's a good point though, Mike. They didn't live by the same rules.
That's true. They didn't.
Yeah. That's a good point, Bob. Maybe the Jawas thought he was dead and removed it. If the
Could be.
Jawas removed it from him, that's a really good point.
Then they can put the helmet back on, saying I did not take it off.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
what Bob was just saying
Uh-huh.
online. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. They didn't live by the same creed that Mandalorians live by. So,
No.
but that's a good point. What Bob was saying too. Maybe he didn't take it off. We'll find out. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna find out.
Probably find out the next
And
2 episodes.
I know that they're gonna get together. Obviously, it's
Oh, yes.
there. So in season 1, and remember the Ming-Na Wen's character?
Right, yes.
She played that assassin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Sabine did remove her helmet all the time
Yes.
in Rebels. But remember at the end of that episode, the Gunslinger episode, I think it was,
Yeah.
last year, when everybody said Boba Fett, that was Boba Fett that walked up to, I can't remember, she was an assassin, but
Right.
she was laying there and she was alive. So maybe she's with Boba Fett too.
Well, yeah, because the other guy shot her, like a young kid.
Right.
Shot her. and
But at the end, we know she's alive, and that
she was
person
still
walked up
alive,
to
yeah.
her.
Yep.
We didn't see who it was, but it probably might have. But it had that same spur sound that Boba Fett's
Uh-huh.
spurs made
Yeah.
when he walked around. Guys, I'm excited. I'm elated.
This is going to be a definitely interesting season.
And we know she's coming back because they talked about that, Mike. So maybe they somehow are together somehow when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. It's going to be a great season, guys.
Yes, they're going to bring a whole lot of new characters out in this season, too.
A lot of characters. And it's rumored that Sabine is going to be on the show, too. And that wrestler, I can't remember the wrestler's name, but plays her character.
Alex Bliss.
Was it Alex Bliss?
Yeah, Alex Bliss. That's her name.
I didn't know what her name was. I thought it was some very different name than that.
It is different, but I knew the character is who she plays on the wrestling.
Oh, okay.
match.
Oh, that's who she is. Okay. I didn't know. I'm not into wrestling that much.
Well,
Okay,
I
guys,
like to
it's
watch
been
mine,
great. The episode was great. Thank you guys for joining us. As we announced it sometime in the middle of the show, for now, we are going to come back every week. We're going to be live every week because we have too much content to discuss. Next week, we'll have our live trivia contests come back. We may be giving away a Monopoly game or something like that. As always, most of our gifts are donated from Order 66 Toys. We thank you guys there for sponsoring us. We thank the community of Star Wars collectors again for also being a sponsor. And so join us next week. We'll be here again live next week at 2:30 Pacific, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern.
Uh-oh.
And
we got another dance.
Oh yeah, right at the end.
Right at
Mike gave us money, so the baby's gonna dance right at the end. Here we go. Here we go.
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. He's gonna dance. He's doing the moonwalk.
Here we go.
Yeah. Do the magic hand dance. Yeah. Do the magic hand dance. Oh yeah. I'm doing magic hand dance. Doing the magic hand dance. Yeah. Oh yeah. Doing the magic hand. Ooh yeah. I'm doing the magic hand dance. Oh. Doing the magic. Doing the magic hand dance. Ooh yeah. I'm doing a moonwalk.
She taught Michael Jackson how to do his moonwalk.
Forwards now.
Yep. It's forward moonwalk.
I'm doing the magic hand dance. Ooh, yeah. I'm doing the magic hand dance. Woo, yeah. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I love my uncle.
Hold on. Do not burp on me again. I don't.
I love my uncle.
Oh. Oh, man.
Wow. Oh, my God. That smells. Oh, my goodness. Whoa.
Oh, change that diaper.
Come on,
please.
baby.
Change that diaper.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
At least went out the other end. I said over me again.
Oh, my goodness. And look, the magic, the Baby Yoda's wearing the mini Mickey ears.
Yep.
So maybe he's a she. He takes after his Uncle Rickster.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo. After his daddy.
All right, guys, it's been a fun show today. Again, remember, join us next week. We're going to be live until December. We're going to be back every week.
Yep.
Next week, we're going to do the live trivia contest. We're going to be giving something away. All you have to do is watch the show and answer the question correctly at the end of the show. The first 5 people that answer it correctly, we'll draw your name out of a hat so you get a second chance. And it's been fun, guys. Yay, way to go. So next week we'll be reviewing episode 2 of The Mandalorian, which will be chapter 10. And we'll be doing Discovery season 3, episode 4.
Right.
I'm Eric Walker.
I'm Captain Richard, who didn't fall asleep this time.
Everybody, be safe.
Yes.
Everybody, please pray for our country because we have an election on Tuesday.
Yep.
We do not get political here at all for sci-fi, but please pray for our nation that everything goes smoothly. We'll hopefully see you if everything does go smoothly next weekend.
No kidding.
And do something nice this week, please. Find something nice to do to someone, whether it's if you're at a grocery store and you see an old lady and you want to carry her groceries, If you have a neighbor that's too old that can't mow their lawn, and also please keep Dave Staggs in your prayers as well.
Yes, until he gets healed.
We'll see you guys next week. Take care. God bless. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye-bye for now.